Hey there, Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan. We're looking now at a 1997 Suzuki Alto Works Turbo IES. Now this one has 136,000 kilometers on it, bought from auction here in Japan by us for export over to the USA. Now what makes this one a little bit extra special is that most of these, the IES versions, came in manual transmission. This one is an automatic, which on first glance you would think tiny little sports car, and yes indeed these are sports cars. You would think you want a manual transmission, and I would think that's the case for most people as well, but there are people that are going to want that automatic transmission. And this has gone from what used to be a hot little sports car into now a peppy little cruiser. Oh, and it's got a turbo timer. So it just keeps running, I guess, for 30 seconds until it decides to turn itself off. What button? There's usually... Oh, I just started it again. There's usually a button to turn it off, but I don't know which one it is. I'd have to play around with it for a little bit more. But gotta say, these Alto Works is so cool and such a perfect road presence because they are itty bitty. Take a look at this. We've got a classic Mini right now. So classic Mini and the Alto Works, close to the same size. When we see one of these on the road, especially in North America around all those pickup trucks, it looks amazing. Okay, so extra special props for this too, because we had one of these as an endurance race car for a bit, and if you're interested in that, check out Drives Japan. Small little plug for myself, but YouTube channel Drives Japan has all of that.
Want to see us having fun in Japan? Go check out our new channel. Link in the description.
That video of the Alto Works has not gone up yet, but we are getting there. Okay, so this one here, a 660cc turbocharged engine. The IES is the lower model compared to the RS and the RSX. The only difference really is it comes with a single cam and you lose like 4 horsepower over the twin cam version of it. Still is pretty decently fast. This one looking all stock inside here, teeny tiny little intercooler there at the top of the engine. And from what I can tell, it seems to be all right. It looks like the your coolant here, your oil, probably both of those need to get changed. It kind of has the feeling of a car that needs a little bit of a refresh, as many 25-year-old cars do, to be honest. Okay, let's lower the hood. The patented pick up the hood by the head, which is painful in this because you get a sharp little hood edge. Look at that, you get that hood scoop feeding your intercooler. Yes, it is. Like a functional hood scoop in a world full of hood scoops that aren't functional. Okay, let's have a look here at the auction inspection sheet. This one here comes from the auction, notes come from the seller and the auction inspector, but this seller didn't mention any notes on here, just the bare minimum. So 97 Alto Works Turbo IES, auction grade 4, interior C, which seems about right to me. Maybe interior B is a little bit closer to what I would grade it myself. 660cc engine, so fuel economy is going to be extremely good. Fuel economy and coolness factor, you know? Have the two of those and you have almost everything you ever need. You want a faster car, go and get it. But if this were a manual, then to some extent the auto as well, can be a fast car. It's very, very light. Okay, so oil minor leak. Now I looked around at it. It looks like it's basically just sweats. Nothing looks like it needs to be repaired there. And it certainly looks like it can ship in this condition. Aftermarket steering wheel it has. We'll take a look at that in the inside in a sec. Seat side is ripped. Interior one part dirty and scratched. Exterior is not glossy. Underside surface rust and various scratches and dents. Then over here it says U2 dent in the door and the back fender. I'm struggling to find those, honestly. Front bumper A2, rear bumper A2, so that's medium scratches on both. And then a A3 on the side skirt on the left side here. Windshield rock chip, but as anyone who's seen these videos knows, windshield rock chips are hard to pin down exactly where they are. So I don't know, it's not really damage to the windshield. Okay, quick look at the car. Still looking like it's on the original wheels. By the way, it's a different bolt pattern for the RSX and the RSR compared to the IES. We had the IES for our race car, and that's how we found that out. Why do they have different bolt patterns? Not entirely sure. Okay, loving that tiny little spoiler at the back, like a handle. And yeah, you can kind of see as we go Not super duper glossy. There might be something you can do to bring up that paint. Still coming with the original suspension, original exhaust. Alto Works badging. Long loved these cars. Same engine as the Suzuki Cappuccino, by the way. At least if you get the RS, the higher trim model one, which honestly is more common at auction. But you know, you get what you can find there, especially for older cars. It's sort of like playing the lottery, you know? Each week you're like, wow, what's come up? I hadn't thought about buying one of those, but now I'm considering it. And then decide how much is worth it for the car, bid on it, buy it. Loving the front face of this. So cool. So low to the ground compared to modern cars too. What a cool little thing. Okay, so let's take a look at the damages here. So front bumper, it said A2. This is looking similar to A2. They've actually driven into a concrete wall. That's how you get that kind of damage. Grille looking like a little bit not glossy. Peeling paint on the Suzuki badge. Suzuki makes the best of the K cars, I would think. Cappuccino, Alto Works, K Works. All very iconic cars. This is usually body color. They painted it to black. The paint's a little bit not well done. Not a little bit, but not well done. It's very not well done, but it doesn't take a lot away from the car. Looks like your wipers have been painted at some point. Okay, now going down this side, we should be pretty clean this side, all except for that A3 and the side sill. So we'll have a quick look at that. But you're seeing it's pretty good. Also, love this. We offer the ultimate works to those who really appreciate performance. Keep on moving. A little bit of an inspirational quote. And look at this. I'm not sure what this is, but cars do this. They get this weird little white film on them. You can just wipe it off. So in some parts of the car, the paint might look a little bit cloudier than it actually is if you wipe that off. It's all my fingies now. But yeah, it will look better when it lands. The A3, right there. Okay, so honestly not too bad. And look at these itty bitty tires, 155, 65 R13. Very narrow. See a little bit of surface rust in here. I opened that up. It's actually not too bad. Actually, what you can see is about the extent to it. It's not worse when you open it up. You get a similar type thing inside the gutter here. You might want to take these gutters off and get that surface rust taken care of. I don't know the car too well. I'm not sure if they're known for corrosion in there. We also have a similar thing inside the hatch, which I'll show when I open that up. Okay, back bumper, they said A2, so let's go searching for that. Here we go, and that seems about appropriate. Okay, and then this side, looking for U2 dents. On this back fender, apparently there's supposed to be one. And like I said, I'm not really seeing it. And then apparently another one on the door. Again, not really seeing it. It looks like your IES sticker, a little bit damaged. Of course, you could reproduce something like that if you want to go original. But if you do want to modify this in any way, it really is an open canvas. There's so much you can do with a car like this. So a little bit of surface rust there and in here. Going now to the trunk, which I believe you have to pop it from in here. Okay. There we go, and a quick look here. You can see that surface rust a little bit more here all around this hinge areas. I think what you would do is take a rust prohibitor, put it in there, and then paint over it. Or like a POR 15 rust converter. So being a K car, the vehicle is made kind of to a price point. So you're going to get like, you know, the plastics are cheap, the seats are kind of cheap. They're cheap and expensive cars. Not that they can't be fun, you know. Cheap and expensive cars are that. And for those who don't know, that was my first car, one of the most fun cars I've ever had. What's in here? Spare tire. Let's have a look. Okay, spare tire. And some sort of an air freshener there. JDM air freshener. On to the interior. The doors on this. Huge. Tiny little car. Bigger doors than any modern car. So that means getting in and out is going to be a dream, but unfortunately, getting in an accident means you probably don't have a lot of structure around you. So do be very careful when you drive one of these. You know, if you're watching this video, you're probably a car guy. And so you probably are willing to make that compromise. But, you know, I drive a 50-year-old Corolla as my new car that I just bought. And I don't drive my family around in that. That's for me when I want to drive alert. Sort of like a motorcycle, right? Okay, so seat here. Loving the pattern on it, by the way. And then the rip here in the seat is in this vinyl section on the side. Okay. A little bit dirty in the floor mats. Aftermarket steering wheel here. What brand is that? WM. Okay, kind of a smallish steering wheel. I did feel like the brakes are a little bit weak. So maybe something to check. They still work. You just have to step on them pretty heavy in order to stop the car as fast as you want to. Some screws have been put in there. What else have we got? I'm missing the optional clock, it looks like. Your AC here, the turbo timer. I have been told that the AC works on this one. Aftermarket Navi screen down there. Kind of a weird location for a Navi screen, but I guess it works. And then the automatic transmission. Your cruiser. Doesn't smell of cigarettes inside. I don't know if it's been smoked in or not. Headliner's a little bit dirty. Okay. And back seats. I don't think I've ever sat in the back seat of an Alto Works. Once again, seat is in the full back position right now. And it's really, honestly, not bad at all. This is only a 4-seater. That's the regulation for K vehicles. You can't have a 5-seater K vehicle. But there you go. And there's plenty of headroom. You have a little peek at me. See how close to the top I am. It's fine. Honestly. Feels, again, a little bit cheap back here. There's not much separating you from the cars outside. So it is a little bit scary, I suppose. But really, you can drive around with people in here. I suppose the car's going to be a decent amount slower if you are to drive around with other people, but small price to pay. It is incredibly cool. Okay, so that's all we got for this one. This one, once again, was bought from auction here in Japan for export over to the USA under the 25-year rule. My name is Derek Weldon from Pacific Coast Auto. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and have a nice day.